Say, do you ever find yourself running out of program memory space as you're building up your sketches or your programs for your Hinj board? If that's the case, this video is going to show you how you can quickly double the amount of program memory space available to you with Hinj. Now, of course, the great thing about Hinj is all the connectivity options that it has, from onboard Ethernet and Wi-Fi to all those standard interfaces like Arduino, PMOD, XB, GPIO. It gives you a whole bunch of options for ways to connect accessories, sensors, and then connect to the cloud and be able to develop your IoT-based design. Now, here's the challenge. Is as you're developing your code and you're adding in all these libraries that make it really easy to take advantage of these interfaces or to get connected to the internet, it really starts to chew up memory space. And the cool thing we can do with the Hinj board is that because we have that big FPGA on there, we have that M50 Intel Max 10, we are able to take advantage of some of the FPGA resources and actually double the size of your program memory space from the standard 32 KB to 64. Now, what we're looking at here is a simple sketch that I'm going to use as an example of one that's kind of pushing right at the limits of the amount of program memory we have on the 8-bit micro there. And you can see right here that this sketch uses about 95% of program storage space. And that's when you have a standard 32 KB program memory, which is the de facto standard with these 8-bit microcontrollers. And so one of the things that's really cool that we can do, because we've got our design hosted in FPGA, is on the Hinj board, we can actually create twice as much space by leveraging some of the FPGA gates, some of the FPGA hardware resources to serve as another 64 or another 32 kilobytes of memory, which allows us to be able to really effectively have 64 KB instead of just 32, doubling your effective program memory space. Now, I've compiled this one with the Arduino IDE set up to just assume it has the normal 32 KB, but the way that we have implemented this makes it super easy for you to leverage in your Hinj board. And that's by providing a new image right through the Arduino IDE, just like we do with our other boards. And if you go, first of all, you want to make sure you have the latest boards package. And we won't run through this whole process right now because we've got other videos that show you how to do this. But if you go to Tools, Board Manager, and you search on Alorium, you'll find our boards package. Make sure you have the latest one. And if you install that, you will get these updated images for the Hinj board. Now, what we've called this, if we go back to Board, and we scroll down, and you see here right now I'm just sitting here on the Accelerate Hinj, just our standard board. This is the one that's shipping from the factory with this image on it, so it's got that 32 KB of program memory. But you'll see another option here called Hinj Enhanced. And if you click on that, that basically now, when you go and we want to update the image itself, so there's two options here. We have Hinj Enhanced, and we've got the 16 megahertz and the 32 megahertz options on there, just like we do with a lot of our other boards. And you can actually upload that right through the Arduino IDE, just like we've shown in our other videos, by clicking this Burn Bootloader, and it will now load that new image onto the Hinj board that has a 64 KB program memory. And then when you come back and you do your compile, so I'm going to make sure that I'm sitting here on Hinj Enhanced, and we'll recompile this, and what we'll see is down here where we see the maximum is 32K, or this 32256. Now when we compile, it's going to make sure it's passing in all the right information in the compile step into AVR dude, and we're going to see that it actually comes out to show that how much space we're using, and now it goes down. So from before we were at 95%, you can see here that now we're dropping down to only 45% of the program memory space because our maximum has bumped up from 32K to 64K. Right now, this capability is only available on our Hinj board because Hinj has the M50 FPGA, and it had the additional resources that allowed us to be able to do this. And in fact, going forward, any new images that we release for Hinj are going to be built with this additional 64K program memory space. So as we refresh things going forward with the Arduino Uno and the boards package, it'll always have that option there, and everything new that we push out will be in this configuration, so you always have this extra program memory space. So that is it for this video. Just wanted to show you how you can very quickly double your program memory space by simply uploading a brand new image to your Hinj board. Hey, if you have any questions or you run into any issues with this, let us know at support@aloriumtech.com. We look forward to hearing what you're working on. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you very soon.